Okay.
All right.
Anyways, welcome back to the Hidden Sound Pod. I'm your host, Bryant, a.k.a. Tanjiro, a.k.a. Saynave, a.k.a. cosplaying as the most overhyped anime out. And with me as my co-host, Bradwick.
I'm Zoro for One Piece, the greatest anime to ever live.
That is
Corona Zoro.
Anyways, this is our Halloween-ish episode. I have too many layers on. I am burning up.
Yeah, you gotta be hot at that right now.
Extra hot. And I didn't even take off the undershirt. And then on top of that, look at my earrings. Look at my earrings, guys.
Yeah, that is a good touch. That is a good touch, I'll say.
But fun fact, it's not. There's no piercing for it, but so I have it in the hoop that I already have. So, anyways, wait, this outfit is this like the original?
This is part one, Zoro.
Because
this is from part one. This is from the first half. Not the second. The second half outfit is way better. I just couldn't get it in time. I had to get this one from Spirit Halloween, which is just.
So no, because the problem is I keep seeing clips of One Piece, and everyone looks different every time. And I feel like
it's pre-time jump. It's part one pre-time jump, and then there's a time jump.
Is this show anytime soon?
They're in the last arc, so maybe another 7 years.
Because they just took a hiatus, right?
I think the manga might have taken a hiatus for a second, maybe sometime this year. I think, but I don't know how long that was. But he said they call it, I think, the final arc or something like that. They're at the end, pretty much.
Well, like what? I'm like, if I continue on this journey, like, are the fights worth it? Like, I'm talking like, do I get anything?
The fights.
Do I get anything like Rock Lee and Gaara?
I'm gonna say no. Because their fights are a little bit longer since, more episodes. So you don't get a fight like that, but it's like, it's long. But when you get to the moments that happen, it's like, man, they really do pay off.
Because right now, everything is basically 4 episodes too long and a punch, and then we're done.
Yeah, no, the fight, like, Naruto's best fights are better than One Piece's best fights. That is without a doubt. I'm not even disputing that. Naruto has better fights. But story-wise and, like, character-wise, One Piece is way better.
Right now I'm with Wapol, the big mouth man. and then the guy with the moose, who's the moose or whatever. Or, not even a moose. He's what is he, like a bull? And he's something. Yeah. It's just
there's so many. The characters look so weird in that show, and it's like they're serious, but they look so goofy. And it's like, all right, I gotta take this character serious.
Like, this show is not serious. Whatever I'm at right now, it's just not serious.
Trust me when I say it's gonna come around.
Okay. All right. I have to watch. I should have started right after Rick and Morty. Until I watched something really bad.
Yeah,
like this week's show, and then started. And that's actually why I picked it up. I started watching that episode again. I picked it back up because after watching episode 2 of Uzumaki, I was like, oh boy, I need a palate cleanser. This is. So all right, first section as always is comment watch. This leads into your favorite show of all time, One Piece, which apparently is everyone's favorite show of all time. So this goes back to the video you posted that
a few days ago,
which jokingly calls the One Piece fandom a cult, and how One Piece fans are like Jehovah's Witnesses and knocking on your door to get you to watch. And so I put this comment in here because I have questions. Mm-hmm. So someone said, I think it was me, I had commented back or something about it being the happiest cult on the planet. And a lot of people said, happiest sounds strong. And there was a couple comments like that are insinuating that it's not like, it's like something was happening in the show that is like, don't tell me, I have to watch it still.
No, there's some comments that reference stuff from the show, yes.
Really?
Some of the comments, yes.
God.
Sorry. Some of them you won't get to for a pretty long time.
God. So I got halfway through episode 89 that I want. So I started back up. So I'm back in the game.
Now, the one comment that I did see, someone said, which I kind of agree with, they said, you should have liked the show when you got to Arlong Park with Nami and that shark character.
It was fine. It was fine. I think I wonder if sometimes when you watch a show, your brain has to be tuned in for that kind of thing, and so I don't know if my brain was tuned yet.
Yeah,
and it's also even how they're writing. And I don't know if the writing changes. The writing seems very much of that, like the '90s. It reminds me of the '90s anime. So the stakes were all over the place. The power scaling was weird. You know, I'll just hit you with a punch, and then
bang, and it's over.
Yeah, so this comment watch was mostly me going, are these One Piece references?
Oh yeah, there were definitely some One Piece. I was like, he's not gonna understand.
Okay, cool. I actually stopped reading them because I got scared I would spoil an anime that I keep saying I'm gonna watch, but I haven't watched it.
It's like from what you're reading, since you're not gonna get it, like you're not gonna be spoiled. So it's like, wait, what are they talking about? So it's like they're not spoiling it for you, but if you caught up, you're like, oh, that's what they mean by that, or that's what they mean by that.
All right, so it looks like I'm going to have to. Okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to start watching.
Yeah, you got to make a big. It's like you have to take a day to make a big push and watch 10 episodes or something.
Yeah,
or maybe I got to finish this one arc.
Funny enough, everyone thought you were the one that didn't seen it.
Yeah, no, I was like, nah, man, I'm with y'all.
I tried correcting some of the people.
Yeah.
So jumping to the news. So speaking of One Piece, the latest One Piece release became the highest rated anime of 2024, and it's called One Piece Fan Letter. What is this even about, and why is it so popular?
I do not know. I have not watched a One Piece episode or read a chapter in about a year. I caught up a year ago, and then I was like, I'm just gonna let some time go by so I can just like read, because I was like 100 or so chapters behind last year. I caught up, and then now I haven't read it in about a year now, so I'm like probably like 50 something chapters behind. I have no idea what this is about. I didn't hear about this.
All right, so maybe that's our next week thing. I have to watch a bunch of episodes of One Piece, and then we have to watch this One Piece. Well, no,
you probably can't. I probably can't. You of all people cannot be watching the entire series.
Okay, maybe I'll watch a bunch of episodes, and then you watch this, and we'll see. I need to know if it's any. Yeah,
I know what this is about. I gotta check it out.
All right, so apparently it is the highest rated anime of 2024. So all right, moving on in the news. So anime studios have difficulty raising wages for animators without going bankrupt themselves. And so I added this in because I was like, it kind of.
I was trying to see what we could talk about. I didn't want to add. I was like, maybe this is too sad or something. But I did read some of this yesterday, and it is yikes.
Well, yeah, but it gives insight to why the slaves at Mappa are the slaves at Mappa, because the studios aren't getting any royalties, which I think is interesting because it's kind of like the reverse problem. Not the reverse problem. It's kind of how the labels in music are in cahoots with Spotify. So so the labels get most of the money. Where here it's like the studios are not that. They're getting like no money. They're just getting paid for like the labor, and that's it, of producing the actual series, that labor. And then after that, it's like, all right, nothing else. And so that's what it's called, the complex production committee system, and the studios are not a part of the committee system. So reading from the article, at the heart of the issue lies the complex production committee scheme. The IP rights for anime merchandise are often controlled by the committee's members, which typically include TV stations, advertising agencies, and other investors. Many production studios, however, are excluded from these committees and do not receive royalties for the work that they produce, which sounds insane because
Yeah.
it's called the production committee system.
And it's just the people and it's only the people financing it, and not the people doing the actual labor of making the show or movie or whatever.
Right. The production studio is not a part of the production committee. Like that just sounds.
Yeah, because like when I saw this yesterday when there was when the Japan Research Institute back earlier this year in January, they said that the anime production studios earn only 6% of the overseas sales revenue and 16% of domestic sales. That is insane because they're only getting money from these people financing the show, and maybe it's like a one-time payment, and they have to do what they can with that.
Jesus.
And then they only get a little bit from like what's being sold, in the country or overseas. And it's like, yo, they're doing all the work.
Doing all the work. That's insane.
And like, I don't know how everybody else is getting all this money.
Yeah.
And then like, you got to keep these things alive and get the most talented people and make sure they have like rights and stuff.
No,
like
it's
that.
a little unhinged. Like that doesn't make any sense. They should be making way more money. So I included this because it explains a lot of why people aren't getting paid. Yeah. And so, I guess
I'm trying to find what somebody mentioned. The article mentioned how much like somebody can make a year. It was like could be like $10,000 a year or something like that. And it was just like, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know why. Like it's like they're investing their money. Entry level animators earn an average of 1.5 million yen, $10,000 per year, forcing many to leave the industry.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not even like livable wage.
Yeah, it's like you can't. And then on top, it's not a livable wage, and then they just run you to the ground because they want you to work all these hours. So I don't know, like, obviously their goal is these people that are financing all these, rich people, like, putting money into it. Obviously, they want to make as much money as they can, but it's like, but you're hurting the products to make people not want to watch these things. And on top of that, some of these studios also have subcontractors.
Yep.
So it's like it's making it a lot worse. I don't understand it. I don't know why they just won't, have these studios make more money off of merchandise and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's completely unhinged. So, yeah, I don't know what has to happen, but the production committee system needs to be restructured. It's not. Why? Capitalism. But they need to do something. All right, next in the
dystopian anime news.
Next in dystopian anime news, popular Japanese voice actors band together to fight against unauthorized AI voice cloning. And not much to stay here. There was an event that was, or rather, there were some videos and whatnot posted that feature a lot of prominent voice actors in the anime world. And so they put out a video, and the basic message was no more unauthorized AI generation, which, of course, but it's not going to stop.
It's because you see all these like people make all these funny videos with like SpongeBob characters and stuff like that with their voice and all that stuff. And like, of course, they're not giving permission. Like it's so weird and of course dystopian and stuff like that because even times on Twitter I'll see like even smaller voice actors see like, wait, my voice, I did not give permission to somebody to use my voice on this like project.
Yeah.
Like, and it also can get kind of weird with like people who've died. Like there's this voice actor named Billy Kometz. He died a few years ago. And somebody was using his voice for like a small project. And so I'm like, why are you using this guy's voice? And like, and he didn't authorize it. And it's, I think that's why like a lot, with unions and stuff, like with SAG-AFTRA here, they're trying to put all these guardrails when it comes to this, people taking people's voice and voice cloning and stuff like that. Because if someone's going to try to make money off of it, and then they're not going to have somebody's permission.
Yeah, people don't value art. And music has already just been fighting this fight since Napster. Yeah. And what's wild is that now videos and things like that are now seeing the same issues. And I'm like, next thing you know, your favorite podcast will be through AI bots.
Yeah. Like, didn't Disney announce something about doing something with AI?
Probably.
Because I think it was like a couple of days ago. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I do think that for the most part, art will be, let me not say safe, but like if you're making like just weird like club music and like low derivative content, I'm like, all right, AI's coming for you. But if your stuff revolves around personality, I personally, the second I know art is AI on Instagram, I skip it. I wouldn't even like it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's not even fun anymore. It was fun the first year. Like, oh, look, I'm an AI person. Like, now I'm like, I don't want to see it. If it's AI art, I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
I
skip it,
So,
it's so
hopefully we'll be safe.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, keep your jobs. I'm sorry. On to the main topic. Uzumaki. And not Naruto. But God.
This
So okay.
it was scary, but not for the way what we expected.
So this short show is apropos. It's Halloween. Spooky.
Yeah.
So,
yes, thank you for that.
So this is a classic manga written by a highly regarded mangaka Junji Ito. He has a number of, spooky manga. And apparently his fan base was hype because all of his adaptations thus far have been pretty crap.
Yeah, they've been pretty
And
bad,
they were like, this was supposed to be it because this is supposed to be his best one.
Yeah.
It was made by Production IG. Well, I guess the US. I thought Production IG was okay though. That's what's killing me. I remember them. What else have they done? I remember them being okay, an okay production company. Unless it was their B team. What are they known for? Oh, Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, okay. So some
Psychopaths.
notable ones. Yeah, so they did IGPX. That was on like Cartoon Network for a little bit. There was Blood Plus, which I saw, which was a while ago.
Yeah, so, I mean, once again, they
Psychopaths.
Psychopaths was very.
Haikyuu. A lot of people like that show.
Yeah,
a lot of people like this. Is a sports one.
Yeah, so they have a lot of bangers in their arsenal. Kaiju. That's what I was thinking of. Kaiju number 8.
Oh, okay.
They just did Kaiju number 8, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if they thought they were flying high, but
they probably did. It was like, hey,
So yes, so the background on this was that they were supposed to adapt this. It got put in production hell. They finally put it out. We read this last episode, but episode 1 was pretty much animated the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
They did what they wanted to do. Episode 2, my God.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's the thing. Okay. So I felt there was a good show in there.
No, I thought it was there. I thought the first episode, I was like, okay, this pacing is kind of this is how my thought process was. There was episode 1. Pacing is weird because it was just like, we gotta get out of here. I was like,
there was no. You're like, he's
why?
Like, yeah.
The spiral. Why?
The pacing was atrocious.
So it was like first episode pacing, but I thought it ended really well. I was like,
strong.
This is really good.
Yeah.
Episode 2, the animation's bad. Episode 3, animation's still a little bit better. Pacing got crazy. Yeah, the pacing was awful. Yeah, because episode 1 was, the town has something going on with it. Episode 2 is, things are happening and everyone's is getting possessed by the spiral. Episode 3, like Naruto, like powers whirlwind fighting. I was like, wait, I was like, what is happening?
I was like,
wait, what?
Like, what was the gang, the tornado gang?
Something.
The butterfly gang. And so you get to this point where everything was supposed to be this buildup of like the town is being possessed, and then out of nowhere, people are having hurricane fights, and I'm like, wait, what? There's powers? Like,
they needed more episodes because there's too many things in there that just needed an episode or two.
Yeah,
because the last episode felt like it felt like, oh, the little brother, he turned into a snail. Then like, oh, we want to eat the human snails now. Then you go back, you see this other guy that you was talking to, and he got older. Oh, it's been years. You guys still look the same.
That's where I think there's a good. Like,
yeah, that's why I was like, oh, these are all good stuff. Oh, next thing. I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, it's over.
There's a lot of cool ideas. Like, that's when I said, oh, I think there is something actually in the manga that I have not read that is, I understand people would probably like it, because if this was done correctly, I can see how that being really cool if you build up to it. That years have passed. I was like, wait, years have passed?
Yeah, and they just don't.
And the show was over.
Yeah,
the show was over.
Then when he fell into the thing, he was like, it was like a still image of. Hey, you know what? That's how we should probably.
No,
I think it was.
The animation was so bad. Like, I know everyone has seen the memes and Episode 2, they're running on the beach. Oh man, that was so bad.
I was like, why?
What has happened?
Because sometimes I was like, is this by design or they just did not have enough money?
Also, so speaking back to the whole pacing thing, no one had proper motivations. Like okay, your hair effectively goes upright, turns into spirals. Like, why are you still here? Like, what do you guys? You know, what are you guys doing? As soon as Suichi's dad died, and they're seeing his head in the clouds, we gotta go. We gotta go. Yeah. And now they established later in the show that no one can leave because this town is now a spiral and everyone's stuck. But up until that point, everyone's still going to school. Yeah, she's in the hospital, right? And so look, she goes to she's for some reason in a lighthouse that causes her, I guess, all these burns. So she goes to the hospital. They're in the hospital, and then all these pregnant ladies or people, not even pregnant, all these women who are in the hospital are possessed now by the spiral. Yeah. And they're killing different patients. And then she fights them off with bug spray. And then the next morning, hey doctor, something's crazy happened. Go home. What are you staying there for? Like, no one's acting like a real person.
It was they went to school and went to work. I'm like, yo, take a sick day, son. What you doing?
Everyone in this town acts as though everything is normal.
Yeah.
Something happens. The boy turned into a slug like day one. Yeah. the big. Guys, I'm just stuck in the rain and I come out. And so he walks into class, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then by the next day, he turns into a slug. I mean, we gotta leave. we gotta leave
to run.
They literally, everyone just stays there.
Yeah.
Like, you saw that that your dad twisted himself into a spiral circle in your mouth.
That was crazy. I was like, so mom, like, cut off her fingers.
Cutting off her fingers.
That was wild. I was like, oh my god.
So one of the reviewers I was looking at who read the manga said a part of the problem is that this show is better read because Junji Ito is like the master of page turners, and so a lot of it is supposed to happen. You turn the page and then oh my god, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the crazy things that happen, I mean, all the best stuff was in episode 1. Episode 1 was actually like, oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah. It's interesting, but I noticed that it wasn't scary. I said, oh, I thought we were watching a scary episode.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it didn't seem that scary. It seemed more creepy than scary.
Yeah, and so I think a lot of the because of the pacing, you're just going, oh my god, her head is crazy. Oh my god, I see her eyeball. Oh my god, she's now turning into a black hole and she ate herself. Yeah. A lot of that stuff would have been cooler if we just built up to it. But everyone was just weird. I don't know. It was
it was just like, I think as you said, it's like they had stuff. Like, they have things that they can use. It's just like, you can't, like, they shouldn't have been going that quickly with it. Like, 4 episodes obviously wasn't enough. I don't know why they thought I don't know if that was a talking point when trying to develop all this. I don't know who thought it was a good idea trying to jump from things. Because even with the dialogue, it felt like there was no pauses. And it was just like the little kid was stuck under the thing, walking to the next thing. was like, your brother or something was like under a house. They pull him out. Oh, I'm fine.
No, that's so strange.
I'm like,
a house fell on him. They start walking. He turned into a slug. I was like,
that was like 5 minutes. It was like saved from the house. Oh, he's gone now. I'm like, all right.
No one in that show can see past 5 feet or ahead 5 seconds in their own like life. What was the other part? So okay, animation aside, I do feel like all they had to do, I would have taken the worst animation if they just did 2 more episodes and then made it paced properly, right?
Yeah.
Because you would have had an okay show. Like, it was awful animation, episode 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But if you made it 8 episodes and just at least told the proper story, it could have been okay. And I would have just been like, yo, this animation sucks, right? But
at least the show, like the story and stuff would have been good, even though like the animation maybe maybe exactly what they wanted. Because there was no room to breathe. It was just like next thing. Like for a show with snails in it, they were going pretty quick.
They were going quick.
They're going really fast.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
bro, like there's 3 major things that just happened, and we didn't have any time with them.
Yeah, it's a very interesting show.
Yeah,
like it's really interesting. It's just
because I think one reason why episode 1 was so good because I think they focused on his dad, a lot, and they kind of showed how he was started to devolve into the spiral thing.
Yeah,
and then to the end when he died, he was actually I was like,
whoa,
what the fuck is that?
Well, you know what's crazy? The animation was so bad, episode 2. I did not even realize I was looking at the same girl, Kiri.
Kiri. She got hair. Oh, actually, her hair was or something.
No, it was like it was the same. It just looked so different. Like I was like, wait, is this the same girl?
Yeah, I was starting to lose. What happened to that girl? Who was the girl in the beginning with the? I forgot.
Oh, she ate herself.
Oh yeah, I thought she might have came back or something.
No, she ate herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. I also wrote down here Gurren Lagann, the power of the spiral.
Oh yes, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Gurren Lagann, it's a similar premise. Did you know there was a lost chapter of this manga?
Was there? Oh, okay.
So there is whatever story that they told. Mm-hmm. There's actually a chapter called the Lost Chapter that eventually came out, or people found out about. But Suichi apparently gets a telescope, sees a galaxy. I guess there's like spirals, and he doesn't know. And then apparently the town gets obsessed with the thing in outer space, but then everyone gets more obsessed with spirals because they look at it.
Okay.
It's a bit of fun facts. But yeah, no. All in all, I mean, like. It was interesting.
I wonder if down the line, like many years from now, they may try to redo it and give it more episodes or something. I don't know. Like the mangaka, he's probably like, I don't want to deal with this anymore.
100%.
Like everything is being ruined.
No, there's this one. I'm like, normally I'm like, guys, give the production studios a break. No, this was ridiculous. It was 4 episodes.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been 4.
I would have taken bad animation just for a more solid story. They didn't even give me that. Like.
Yeah, and it was like I think by the end I was like, okay, they have this, they got that. I'm like, if you just take your time a little bit and have like 10 episodes, like you'll be all right. But it's like you're not doing that. You keep just going to the next thing very fast.
It's one of those like I was saying before. I watched the rest of it like episode 4, like 3 and 4 my iPhone. I'm like, this is an iPhone. Like show, like you can't watch this on the TV. It's not even worth it.
No.
It's
yeah. I almost just didn't watch the rest of it. I was like, I only had 20 minutes left, so I was like, I just woke up this morning. I was like, all right, just gonna watch it on my phone real quick.
Yeah, I'm so mad because I'm like, I feel like.
Because I saw the trailer. I'm like, I said, this looks pretty cool. That's why I was like, maybe we should watch it. And then episode 2 came out. Oh my God, it's so bad. Like the animation's so bad now. I'm like, after one episode.
I think it's generally agreed that episode 1 is even with its flaws, episode 1 is genuinely decent. It's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah. And then beach running scene. And you're like, are they running diagonally? They look like they're running diagonally.
That was the worst running I've ever.
Like this honestly might
seen.
be the worst. The episode 2 beach running scene is probably the worst animation I think I've ever personally seen on an anime. Like they're running diagonally. I was like, wait, this is not happening. Like, what is going on? And then also the falling. Whenever someone falls, which is not much, it's like they just have the person and then just they must zoom in or something. I don't know what's happening. With
it is so strange what happened. Like I know what's his name, Jason DeMarco, the producer over at Adult Swim or the Cartoon Network. I think that's what his name was. Who had that long tweet that we were talking about last week. I do want to know. I just want to know what happened.
Yeah, I just know what happened.
What
Unforgivable.
I do how because they say like alluded to like it shouldn't. This thing shouldn't be dictated by one or two people or something like that. I don't know whose decision it was to make it 4 episodes or have it be or have the animation go down, the quality go that bad, or how things were distributed financially and stuff. But like, I don't know how this was a good idea. Taking the show was fine, but like having it be 4 episodes and run through things like this. Yeah. And Adult Swim, they've been kind of unlucky with anime this year because not only the Rick and Morty anime, I think, was a bad idea. Just
fire whoever.
But they had another anime earlier. I forgot the name of it. And it was, I think it was like 4 episodes. Like the first 3 were really good with the animation, and then it just died like the last episode. But overall, I think people thought it was still a good show. It just ended, you could tell there's some animation problems at the end. And then they had the Rick and Morty anime, which was just awful from top to bottom, right from jump. And then now they had this, what everybody was looking forward to, and then 1 episode great, and then out of money the rest of the way.
I don't know what they're doing over there. Yeah, God, my eyes are bleeding. But other than that, otherwise an interesting show. I'm like, let's give it the Mappa.
They might as well. I mean,
they could crank out 4. Oh, and these look okay. That's the problem. It's like you could have did like I would have taken poor animation for a better story personally, but
because I know they had 2 different animation studios work on it. I think episodes 1 and 4 was from a studio called Fugaku, and episodes 2 and 3 was a company called Akatsuki.
No, I thought Production IG worked on it.
I wonder if these 2 because on the credits they had like animation. I don't know if it was like a subcontractor or something.
Could be. Because, Wait a second. I don't know. Yeah. Come on, Adult Swim. Figure it out.
Yeah. I think they will. They just gotta... I don't know what's going on with money, and I don't know what's going on with like episode counts, having it be short or something like that, but... I think they'll get something. This year has been like, wow, you guys are really...
Yeah. New year, new me. Next 2025, guys.
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
I'm glad. I was expecting to be scared, but not when it came to running across the beach.
Yeah. No. Oh my god. All right, y'all. Anyways, like and subscribe. We'll be back soon. Maybe One Piece. Oh god.
I do have an idea for the next thing to watch. But we might have to split it up.
What?
Carol and Tuesday. It's 2 seasons, 24 episodes.
Oh no!
But
Carol on Tuesday.
Carol and Tuesday. It's about music.
It's funny.
From a guy I think he also did Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay. That's the wrong Carol. I'm googling Carol and Tuesday. All right, fine. Well, we
can split up the 2 seasons.
Right, I think Rotten Tomatoes 100%. All right, I'm gonna have to give this a go. All right, we'll take a look at it. All right. Anyways, that's the Hidden Sound Pod. I'm so hot in this outfit.
Yeah.
Deuce it.
All right. See y'all.